Hi everyone, welcome back to the monthly WARNO tournament from SD League. Today we are with Z2 and Joker for a game. Joker has obviously been a veteran of these tournaments for quite some time. Z2 very much joined up recently to the tournaments, but very much heading very quickly up the ladder. Has been playing very well. Z2 is over on the right in blue, playing as the 82nd Airborne, a division we've seen a little bit more often recently. And then over on the left in red, we have Joker playing as the 119th. Not a division we see a huge amount, especially in 1v1s. Let's have a look at what Z2 has down. We've got Stingers, Airborne, 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 Airborne Dragons, and an Engineer and a Command all heading up to Alpha. He's wanting to get in there pretty early. Obviously, he has that advantage. He is quite close to the front lines. Then over here, we also have some Stingers, some LRS, some Airborne, another LRS, and some Humvees there. Are they tow Humvees? They are tow 2 Humvees. Very nice. Obviously, planning to go along here and defend this point against those incoming tanks. Obviously, Tor 2 is going to be very useful against the tanks at the other side. There are a couple of supplies at the back there, but that's about it for Z2. Joker, on the other hand, does have a little bit of forward deployment in the form of Spetsnaz and Spetsnaz Group, getting up here nice and early, but just into the forest at this side. Some Razvedka over there that I don't think have been given a command initially, but are heading up here now. Then at this side we have a Rapira, Cannon, and a Command, but a very defensive position. Look at that, the Rapira is just going there. It's not even going to push into Alpha. Everything else, however, he's going to hit Delta hard. Everything is going to Delta. We have an MI-24, we have a Tunguska, we have a T-80 BVK, and we have 4 TO-55 flame tanks, and 2 12mm machine guns. Interesting choices. I'm surprised we haven't seen a bigger T-80 coming out already, but we shall see how this pans out. Those tow Humvees will cause issues for TO-55s, whereas I feel like a big T-80 UD will withstand a couple more hits. Plenty of caps already for Z2 with a +5. Nice advantage there. Obviously, the T-80 BVK trundling along there. A little bit slower. Command going in down here as well. That's going to be a huge bonus straight away for Z2. A nice early points lead. He will be pleased about that. +7. Back down to +4. Command will certainly go in here. Whether the command comes down to Alpha for Joker, I'm honestly not sure. I mean, Joker could potentially try an aggressive push across the middle here and try and dislodge this point completely and get into Foxtrot. That is a possibility. Seems unlikely. Alpha looking very much in Z2's hands right now with a good spread of units there. A little bit of skirmishing going on up here. Just those Spetsnaz Gru engaging on the Airborne at the edge there with their sniper rifle. That Dragunov makes a hell of a noise, doesn't it? Command in the corner there. Just +2 to Z2 now, but that's a nice early lead. Nearly 400 points. Grenade launcher coming in here. Airborne scouts and more Airborne Dragons. Nothing coming in for the bottom. There is an M1IP heading up here as well. Not a bad tank. There we go. T-80 UD on the way in for the top here. I did wonder if we'd see one. Chopper here engaging on all of these infantry. That Stinger trying desperately to take a good shot at that MI-24. Aha. Humvee toes now firing across. Nice hit, one kill. As I say, TO-55s not going to do well against those Humvees. Tor 2 does a lot of damage, 25. Oh, MI-24 finally has been hit, spinning out of control. Can the Stingers finish it off? Down it goes. Nice explosion effects in this game. Really well played from Joker here. He's managed to get all the way to that side, dislodged Z2 from the point completely. Z2 still with a lead in points, though. That T80UD still coming in there. Couple of artillery pieces coming in there as well. The big question is, what happens down here? Is it going to be that Joker can push back into this point? Because ideally he needs to either push into here or push into this back point to start regaining victory points. Spetsnaz Gru here going up. Oh, Spetsnaz Gru devastate that. These are just coming in against the Spetsnaz Gru with the RPG-22. I think Z2's forgotten about them. There we go, he has deployed that one. M1 IP getting some good shots off there. These coming down here to try and hunt down those Humvees. A little bit of movement here, but these airborne aren't going to be charging across this big open field. Artillery prepping to fire. Going for the LRS, who is already being stunned and pinned down by that machine gun and the tank up there. Airborne coming in here to assist with the Spetsnaz. Spetsnaz Gru there have taken a lot of hits from that Abrams. They are going to win the fight against the airborne, but whether they survive is up for debate. It looks like the Abrams can't see them anymore. LRS finished off there. Artillery does finish firing. T80UD trundling across the centre here now. Needs to be careful. Those Humvee tow launchers still down there at the edge of that forest can technically shoot out. Oh. Another TO-55 destroyed by the Humvee up there. Just on the edge of its range there. Nice kill. TO-55 trying to go toe-to-toe with an M1. Not going to end well for that TO-55. Down it goes. Some airborne dragons coming in and airborne scouts here. Artillery coming in on that tank. Oh, that was painful. If it gets stunned down, it's not going to. I think it's out of there. I think the T-80 was taking shots at it as well there. Lots more airborne down here waiting to go in. Little movement here. Scouts getting further up to the front. MiG-29 coming in. Not sure if it was going for anything in particular. It would have to be a strafing run. No aircraft in at that side. Z2, every chance of pushing back in here. Obviously neutralized at the moment, but he still has that lead on points. And he's got a lot of infantry pushing in this side. Joker pulling his forces back. T-80UD going toe-to-toe with the Abrams. Abrams smokes, unsurprisingly. Humvee tow coming in to try and assist. Two slightly damaged M1s now. T-80UD pulling out of that forest as these airborne get ever closer. I mean, I'm pretty sure Z2 is going to overwhelm here. He has fire support from the M1s. Not a lot of movement at the bottom there. There is a tow moving around. Now artillery's prepping to fire again. Where's it going this time? On this area to try and kill these infantry or do some damage to them. But they're on the move already. Mi-24 at the back there. Very helpful with its rockets, but the Stinger already there to engage it. Oh, another Mi-24 goes down. Very close to where the other one went down. Almost crashes into the Rapier as well. T-80UD retreats. Laying down some fire as it does. That artillery is coming in. But a little bit behind these infantry now. Another Mi-24 comes in, immediately gets hit by a Stinger. Dragons taking pot shots at that tank. Couple of tow Humvees coming in at the bottom there. We're going to try and get side shots on that, but think twice. Couple more units coming in there. Another Rapira. Obviously very good unit. Very effective at dealing with these Humvee tows. Stinger coming in for the center, and LRS coming in for the bottom there. I just can't imagine there being much movement at the bottom right now. The fighting is going to be up at the top here, but Z2 is winning this game. 31 minutes left. It's all about what's happening at the top. Artillery coming in on this area now. Command has not been moved back in, but it is on the move now, along with those Abrams, which have been, well, at least one of them has been repaired. This one's just getting repaired now. T-80 taking pot shots. Nice kill. Other one goes down as well to the artillery. Rapira getting shots over that, as well as the tank and the machine gunner. Eagler's a little bit out in the open there. There's that command rolling into that point. Actually completely caps that point. And it's just dawned on me, the T-80 BVK is dead. That must have been caught out by one of those Humvees. Not even sure where that went down. One of the tow Humvees does go down, as it's taking pot shots at the tanks at the top. Little BTR dead as well. Artillery coming in now. Trying to hunt for that command, but the command a little bit further away from the edge of the point now. Some supply coming in at the bottom here to resupply those stingers. Command is coming in. This one's still sat down here. What is that died in there? A BTR or something. Some kind of transport. What BTR is it? It's going to be a MTLB. MTLB. Z2 back to +4, really in control of this area again. Really well played from Z2, just regaining control there. Back to +2 though, as command does enter this corner. Good fire support though from these Abrams. Very little movement down the bottom. We do see some TR-55s coming in down there. I mean, there is a Humvee tow there. There are plenty of infantry. More is being called in down here, including a T-80UD. I think this is a pivot for Joker. He's starting to think I need to go into Alpha as well. Great fire support from these M1s at the back here. Equally, T-80 is doing a good job at doing some damage to these infantry, but it does feel like Z2's fairly solid still. Look at all of those missiles coming in for that tow Humvee. Wow. Someone was going to kill it. T-80 railing on these infantry at the front here with the assistance of the Rapira. TR-55 goes down. These infantry at the front here getting torn apart by those Abrams. Never mind the infantry. Artillery coming in on that area to finish off those airborne dragons. It's difficult to say who's coming out on top of this. Tow 2 taking a shot at that T-80UD. Nice hit. Does a chunk of damage. Now that can't be hit by missiles, so it's a little bit better positioned than the Humvees to fire across here. Another kill on a BMP. The skirmishing has begun down here as more reinforcements arrive. There's a command trundling across the center there on its own. The airborne have seen it. So Z2 has surely seen that and will be sending something to deal with it. I'm surprised at this point we haven't seen the aircraft. Because an anti-tank jet or a bomber of some description wouldn't go amiss for that right now. Artillery coming in on this area now, trying to destroy that Humvee. T-80UD arrives, gets an instant kill on a Humvee. Quieting down a bit at the top now as both players focusing on what's going on down here, I imagine. Reinforcements coming in at the bottom. Did everyone else just see a supply truck called in at the back there? Or did I imagine that? Did he really call in the supply truck for the back of the map? He did. That must be a misclick. I mean, it's going to drive all the way through enemy territory. Gotta be a misclick, right? Command finally makes it in this bottom point for Joker. But a nice lead for Z2 at 899 points. Joker's going to have a hard time making that up unless he can make ground. He's got 25 minutes to do it, though. But he's got to really push back a defensive wall somewhere. This looks the softer spot. I've got to be honest. The tanks back here make pushing across this open ground a challenge. Even with the artillery softening this up, there's plenty of supplies coming in there. I think it's going to have to be down here. Some supplies coming in for this area now as well. There's an Apache knocking around back there that has taken some damage already. Not sure what that engaged. Good buildable units here. T-80UD sat a little bit further back. Nice big supply chopper coming up. Not the biggest, but big enough. Artillery being resupplied here. That artillery has not moved this entire game. There's been no counter battery fire. Obviously, there's no artillery in at the moment for Z2. Reinforcements being dropped off here. The Humvees being moved up. Now, they don't have a great line of sight back there. Realistically, they're going to need to be here, but that's going to be within range of the T-55s or the TO-55s. I think back here is potentially a better place for those Humvees, or here. That should put them out the range of the guns of the 55s. But the 55s will be in range of those missiles if you're somewhere in this area. And you're still hidden. That's why we often see people put a TOR-2 launcher or a Conkers in that building there. Artillery coming in on that tank now. Just getting it to move out of the way. Another T-80UD coming for the top there. A couple of heavy hogs coming in now as well. Now, realistically, Z2 does not need to push. Z2 has this game if he can defend. But sometimes the best defense is a good offense, and if he can take a point again completely, he will solidify his point and gain some more. So he may well try to do a push somewhere. Anti-tank at the top here, and a seed. Where are they off to? There are Tunguska's in play, so the seed will work. Tunguska's gun is off, though. And it is the gun that is radar. So the surface-to-air missiles are enabled, but the gun is off, which is the radar part of this. MiG-29 coming in for these jets. A little bit of skirmishing. MiG-29 gets a really good hit. It's evacing. MiG-29 coming around. Not quite finishing the job. Oh, it does! Final missile. I think that was the final missile it had there. Completely depleted, but did get that final hit. Seed coming around trying to get it, but it will get out of there. It's pretty fast. Strela's coming in here. Obviously, good choice if there are seed knocking about. Artillery. 4 pieces of artillery in now. Wow. No messing about. I mean, that artillery is really going to soften this front line up if Joker wants to do another push there. Vito's moved all the way down to the bottom here. One parked down here as well. I mean, the artillery is just pummeling these defenders. This is very effective, to be fair. He's forcing stuff back from the front of the forest edge. He's forcing a repositioning constantly. LRS knocking around up there, trying to get eyes on things. Vito going in up there again. Another T-80UD. That's 3 T-80UDs up here now. And some TO-55s. I think Joker's building up for a push at the top again. Realistically, does he need to push both points? I guess not. If he moves quickly enough, then +2 will still win him the game. But he obviously needs to retake this top area. Constant artillery fire. I mean, I'm not sure it's killing a lot, but it's certainly doing damage. Look at all of these tanks firing at these units when they get near the front line as well. Oh, wrecking that airborne squad. There it goes. That is a lot of incoming firepower. 4 heavy hogs now. An Apache, an AH-1 ATAS coming in as well. That's the anti-air one. Does still have rockets. A couple of MiG-29s in the back there. We'll be looking for kills on those choppers when they move up. I don't know if he knows they're there. Plenty of Strelas coming in as well. I think he knows the choppers are there because those Strelas coming in obviously going to be good at defending against them. Bradley there taking shots at these tanks. Misses the first shot. Close to the T-80UD. There goes the Bradley again. Nice hit. Oh! Bailed out! Oh, that's got to be upsetting. That's got to be upsetting. The worst thing that can happen to a big tank. Bailed out. Supply coming in. Another T-80UD coming down to smoke it. Bradley smoked itself in all of that as all these tanks moved forward. Here come the heavy hogs. Ripping up the infantry as they try to get near this front line. M1 IP's pushing up to try and deal with these tanks. Counterfire going out against these Bradleys. T-80UD back in action. It's had its crew replaced. Engine damaged on this T-80UD. It's not going anywhere. Joker is getting some nasty dice rolls on these T-80UDs. Bailed out. Engine damaged. He is managing to reverse out of there slowly. An attempt to kill that supply truck there. I'm not sure if that was just the missile missing. Well defended there by Z2. But a good attempt by Joker as well. He didn't lose any T-80UDs. Still got 3 there. I think there was only 3. Tank did go down. I think that was one of the TO-55s. And this was another TO-55. They both died. Artillery coming in down here. But that's actually dead already. Down at the bottom, no movement from either player. Not many more units being moved in either by Joker down there. Joker bringing in a bunch of machine gunners. And some machine gun, well, light machine gunners, I guess. Technically, compared to these things. It's technically, I guess, a heavy machine gun, 12.7. Couple more supply coming in. Artillery still hasn't moved. Still not being attacked. Look at all of these choppers coming in, including scouts now. I'm not sure what the plan is for those. I feel like... Whoa. Laser guided bomber goes down, but a Stinger and an Abrams is destroyed by the bomber. It was a good hit. Yeah, there's a lot of AA over there. I don't feel like these choppers are going to do a huge amount. Scouts could simply be there to be a distraction and attract missiles. Another Apache comes in. I mean, this is an airborne deck, so makes sense to have plenty of choppers in there. Whether it's going to do much to this front line, I don't know. And Joker is already on the move again, look. He's ready. He's ready to go. Once those infantry arrived, he's just going. More machine gunners coming in, look. He's determined to take this back. Just under 15 minutes left of this game. We are past the halfway mark. Z2 looking in a very solid position in terms of points. Joker's going to have to work hard and dislodge him sooner rather than later. Because there will come a point where he will struggle to remake the points up if he can only control this one zone. Here come the heavy hogs for the defense again against those infantry. Strellas have moved up to engage. Nice hits. One chopper goes down. Artillery coming in on this area as well. Strela's doing a good job. My Strela's never hit this often. He was getting the bad rolls on the tanks, but he's getting some good rolls on those Strellas. Seed coming in there. Managed to take a shot at the Mi-24, but the Tunguska didn't have its gun on still. This is a wall of cannons now firing. You've got the tank cannons, you've got the Rapiers pushing forward. There's an Abrams down here, surely going to get targeted down by these units. Yeah, look at all the fire coming in on that once it was spotted. Instantly killed. Mi-24's taking out the infantry. Z2's in trouble here. He cannot stand against all of these tanks. The infantry pushing up ahead. But it's the tanks that matter. Those T-80 UDs are a nightmare to kill. They are very, very heavily armoured. And the choppers aren't going to be super helpful. The Apache coming in around the side there, but immediately two Strellas and an Eagle are firing at it. Oh! Two good hits. One Strela goes down. Apache badly damaged retreating. Oh, it's missed. Ooh. Igla misses as well. That is one very lucky Apache, but look at the top here. Progress being made. All those heavy machine guns getting into position now. Stinger engaging on that Mi-24. Another T-80 coming in. Just a U this time, but there it goes. Command is out of the point. T-80 UD's on the move, looking for killing that command, I imagine. But it's not just stopping there. Look at this. Joker opening up at the bottom as well. Good distraction, if nothing else, to start doing some damage down there. Apache's being rolled up to the front to try and deal with these infantry. Bradley's taking shots at these tanks, but the tanks obviously quick to respond once they get in range. Artillery also being used to stun down and kill the Bradley. Apache obviously doing a great job against the infantry there. And the heavy hog. MiG-29 comes in, going for some kills on those Apaches. MiG-29 goes down, does manage to do some damage to the Apache at the back. Heavy hog goes down at the front here. Igla trying to get on that Apache there, which is out of rockets. Ooh. RM1 goes down. Stinger versus Igla here. Stinger is out of ammo. Eagler has 0 ammo now as well. The Avenger, however, does have that heavy machine gun, so can actually engage those, but there are airborne on the way anyway. Currently +2, but there's 23 minutes to the victory. 11 minutes left. 10 minutes will get him to where Z2 is in points if he can hold that. But whether he won't be able to overtake at a +2. At least not significantly enough for the win. Good use of artillery from Joker's side this game. Has managed to keep the harassment up. But he's got a hold here. T80U goes down. I think... No, there is three T80UDs there still. I thought he might have lost one. This one... Oh! Just as I said that. Supply chopper goes down, but the T80UD got hit in the side with a TOW 2 from the Bradley. It was facing the wrong way. T80UD here taking TOWs as well. SU-27 came in there, trying to get a shot off on those Apaches. Taking a lot of damage itself, though. Oh! F-16AT gets another kill on the T80UD. It's all going wrong for Joker. 2 T80UDs go down. Just after that T80U, that's some expensive tank losses in quick succession and a major point of this defensive wall to hold that line. Another T80U called in now. Some Strelas coming up. Mi-24 moving up as well. That Avenger not in range to hit it at the moment. T80UD going in really aggressive here. This is very, very aggressive. Those airborne pose a threat to that. Side shots at least. Stinger going after the Mi-24 now. Is finally in range. Gets one good hit. Second good hit and the Mi-24 goes down. No movement at the bottom. I keep going back to check. T80 BVK coming in here. Going all the way up to the side. Obviously you'd like to move into this back point, I think. I mean, Joker was looking pretty solid there. There is a command... Well, I say a command tank. It's a Sheridan, so... Well, maybe not quite a tank. These airborne pushing up. T80 is taking shots from that, but front armor, not too scary. Strela's being moved really far up here, trying to get hits on these Apaches. Are taking fire from the TOW 2s. One goes down. Apache's being moved out of dodge. Those airborne obviously will make short work of the Strelas. And the BRM-1. That command tank pushing up very far here. Is that going to be susceptible to the Bradleys? Eventually, I think. Strela about to... Oh, Strela goes down the airborne anyway. It dodged the TOW 2, but it went down the airborne. Airborne going after the BRM-1 now. These guys out of missiles. These guys have 3 left. These guys full complement. But obviously T80 able to fire through some of these tree lines. Flame tank here ready to hit those infantry. T80UD rolling in from the back there. Still 2 T80UDs in play. Joker's holding, but the airborne stalled now. I thought they were going to keep pushing, but he has stalled them. No movement at the bottom. I'm surprised we haven't seen any attempt at artillerying or bombing this corner to kill that command. Because obviously it's in that corner. I mean, Z2 will know it. And the focus is all up here. Still +2 to Joker. 7 minutes left of the game, 90 minutes of the victory. It's going to be tight, whatever happens now. More airborne coming in here. Another TOW 2. I'm assuming there's no more tanks left for Z2. We haven't seen any in a while. Motshraki and BMPs coming in at the top there, and some Spetsnaz GRU. Once again, we're going to have a good defensive force here for Joker. Whether that translates into an attacking force to push the next point, I'm not sure. He is trying to move out, look, with those Igla. T80UD moving up to try and get that Bradley. There it is, firing a missile. Can the Bradley smoke itself? It doesn't, but the missile misses. T80U moving up to do the same. T80UD's moving up to actually fire at it properly with the main cannon by the looks. Toe 2 firing across from the side here though. Could this get a lucky hit? Oh! Near miss. T80UD struggling to hit that Bradley. Bradley smokes itself finally. Toe 2 taking another shot. T80UD smokes itself. Plenty of infantry to defend this corner now. And some supporting fire from down there with that other T80UD and the Rapira. BMP-1 goes down. Nostrella goes down. As Bradley's in the Toe 2, still causing issues. Bradley is finally dead though. No movement at the bottom still. Bunch of BRM-1s coming in there at the top for Joker. I mean, Joker's defending well here, and he is looking, I think, to push out into this point. There go the Apaches. Unfortunately, a lot of the Strellas have been killed already, so the Apaches pose more of a threat now. Look at them, absolutely getting melted. That was devastating. 3 squads melted by that Apache. These airborne having a rough time of it as well, though. Airborne still managing to pick off BMPs. Apache heading down for resupply. Bradley heading up, looking for a side shot on that T80UD, I'm sure. Here it comes. Oh, T80UD is turned. It's ready for it. Good hit to the front armor, but no side shot. Here's the push. T80U and T80UD all the way pushing at these buildings now. Igla moving up. Spetsnaz GRU arrived at the front, also moving up. With Motorstrike coming in at the back. 3 fresh squads. Finally some artillery in here. Just 105mm though. Not the best artillery. Joker is looking to get a command in here. Currently it is +1. Oh my word, we missed it. Z2 with an airborne leader in a Chinook round the back. T80 BVK coming in. +1 currently to Z2. Very sneaky right round the bottom of the map. He's going for the top point as well. Tunguska is going to open up on it. If only its guns were going as well. There it goes. Command dealt with. Well done, Tunguska. Very sneaky right at the end there. Currently it is +4 to Z2. Due to the very nice complete cap of that back point. This point is about to go though. That command tank moving in, though the Apache is looking for a kill on it. Command tank just needs to hold out for a few seconds as there's no counter command in there. Oh, T80 BVK goes down. This point neutralized. Still +1 though to Z2. Another command is on the way for this point though. And this point will shortly go back to Joker. But that was very, very sneaky. Well done to Z2. Really pulled it back there. Really well done. F-16AT. More choppers coming in here. Backpoint recap currently +5. 6 minutes to the victory for Joker. With 1 minute 20 left on the clock, he will neutralise and get a draw if this keeps up. Here comes that command for this point. Can he push it even further? Will this get us to a victory by points? The command is in. The point is capped. It is +8. Three minutes to the victory at a +8. That command's safe at the moment. Point is neutralised. Or points are neutralised, I should say, pretty much. This is now, we're in the territory of a draw. 32 seconds left. +8 is ticking up fast. That airborne leader struggling to run into this point. Oh, this is very tight. Joker could just edge it out here. 15 seconds to go. Oh! The Sheridan command tank goes back into the center point from the top. Didn't even see it go up there. Well done, Z2. Sneaky with your commands this game. Command goes back in here as well. Just +1 now. Would have been back to not +1, put it that way. But the game is over. And that is going to be a draw. Oh. It was looking so much in Z2's favour. Right till the last dying minutes of the game. Joker pushed it back. Was looking to take the lead massively. And then Z2 sneaky round the back from the bottom of the map. With that command. And then finally in the dying minutes of the game where Joker might have just eked out those extra few points in the last 10 seconds. Z2 manages to get a command in that center point once more. Fantastic game. Look at how close the kills and losses were. That was very tense at the end. That was impressive because that could have genuinely gone either way. But well done to Z2 for just edging it out to a draw right at the dying moments. Let's have a look at the kills and losses. That was a good game. Apache doing very well. The Sheridan did really well. The Sheridan actually got a kill on the T80U. Wow. T80UD is obviously doing amazing at the other side. You know what? Just because I don't feel it's a real tank per se, and I am very impressed that it got a T80U, the Command Sheridan gets MVP. Because that is impressive. I don't know how it got it, but it's impressive nonetheless. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned tomorrow for the second game of this set. See who comes out on top. Would it be Z2 or would it be Joker? Or would it be another draw? I'll see you all tomorrow for that game.